Attention wrestling fans, join us for SHW's 4th annual RumbleJack. Coming to you Friday, August 5th, live from the Action Building in Canton, Georgia. All-Star Special will defend their SHW tag team titles against Happy Madness. Then, it's every man for himself to see who will be the last standing in the RumbleJack match as we determine a new #1 contender for the Southern Honor Championship. On sale at the door the night of the show, starting at 5 p.m. Doors open at 7, bell time at 8. Invite your friends and let's pack the Action Building for one of our biggest nights of the year. Trust us, you don't want to miss this show. SHW, an experience like no other.
Well, here we are live from the Action Building.
Oh, yeah.
For the 4th annual RumbleJack. DJ Tonic, DJ Turnup has just fired up the music, so you know what that means. Doors have just opened.
Yeah.
The crowd's filing in here at the Action Building. I'm B. Double Brandon Benefield. This is GB Gerard Bonner. And, man, are we excited or what?
Yeah, you know, we've been waiting for this. And as crazy and chaotic as 2022 has been outside of SHW, it has been equally chaotic inside of SHW. And that has led us to one of the biggest nights on our calendar, the 4th annual RumbleJack. And this RumbleJack, you know, every year it has a unique degree of significance, and this year will certainly be top of the list in terms of significance as we crown a new #1 contender for the SHW Championship.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, and that's the thing. Everybody's been buzzing about the RumbleJack. We do it every year. It's one of our biggest signature events,
yes,
if you will. And the thing is, people are kind of forgetting what happened at the end of the last show.
Right.
In this kind of takeover, if you will, with Contra, you know, infiltrating the company and kind of taking over here. But real quick, our buddy Trey Vaughn says this darn traffic. He's sitting in traffic. He's on his way, but he's watching the pre-show. We appreciate you watching.
Awesome.
And don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We'll be here.
We'll be here.
Just get here safely.
Yes.
And the show starts at 8 o'clock, so that's just under an hour. So you still have time to get out here if you're anywhere near the Action Building. 261 Marietta Road, Canton, Georgia. Tickets on sale at the door.
Yeah.
Kids under 10 are free, by the way, as
about
always. So
I love it.
But, man, we are excited. In addition to the big RumbleJack match tonight, we do have a couple of other matches on the card.
We do.
One of those, we found out at the end of the last show, will be an SHW Tag Team Championship match.
Yes.
Where the champions, All-Star Special, Huck and Hansen, will be defending against new Contra members, Happy Madness, Sunny Days, Sour and Aro.
Yeah. You know, under normal circumstances, had we heard this tag match was happening, we'd be very excited.
Right.
Because we love Happy Madness. Those two teams would obviously just have a great match. But on the heels of how our show ended last month, with Happy Madness attacking All-Star Special and then aligning themselves with Contra, now to get a tag title match. I mean, it's a sentence I never thought we'd be saying.
Right. Yeah.
I never thought the fun-loving Sour Aro and Sunny Days would find themselves aligned with the woman who's responsible for changing the direction of this company. So Contra becomes this amazing force, and now they could add more gold to their ranks if they can defeat the All-Star Special. I think it's safe to say with the alignment of Happy Madness with Contra, that this could be the stiffest challenge for All-Star Special yet.
Yeah, absolutely it's going to be tough. And it was so – we were dumbfounded at the end of the last show.
I'm still dumbfounded by it.
We saw All-Star Special come out to the ring, and we saw Happy Madness coming alongside them.
Right.
We thought, okay, here we go. Now the sides are about to even up here.
Right.
And then they did the unthinkable.
Right.
Happy Madness attacking All-Star Special clearly with the momentum heading into tonight's show.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what's going to happen here. We do know that Sour Aro and Sunny Days have both been entered into the RumbleJack, so they're pulling double duty tonight. Could they go into the RumbleJack as a tag champion? As a tag champ.
I mean, it would not be unheard of.
Yeah.
And so, again, if you think about the ways in which Contra and Brooklyn would try to stack the deck, anything is possible. And so I just wonder, I mean, and obviously we'll talk about the RumbleJack, but I definitely think if they're able to have Happy Madness win this tag title match tonight,
Yeah.
I think this could spell a lot of trouble for SHW.
We're in for a treat no matter what. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's always RumbleJack's always an exciting show. It's always the most unpredictable show.
Absolutely.
But especially after the last couple of months with Contra coming into the company.
Yeah.
It's beyond unpredictable at this point.
Right.
Now you and I, of course we get here early on show days.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of different faces floating around the building. It's kind of crazy. People come from all over to be part of this RumbleJack. And I know these fans are looking forward to some surprises. And I know there are going to be some.
Well, there are going to be surprises. I know I'm going to be surprised. And the thing here, which is deceptive even about seeing people early in the show or early when we get here, is people just like to come hang out.
Right. That's
at SHW.
We don't know if they're in the match or not. Yeah.
We can talk about this now. It was either last year or the year before. We didn't even realize this, but backstage was the Pope.
That's right, yeah.
He was backstage just chilling.
Yep.
You know, watching RumbleJack and being a part of the festivities. So it's likely, and we've seen a number of people over time just show up to hang out in the back at SHW. So with all of that said, I know there will be surprises tonight. I don't know what they will be, but your best bet is to find out like we find out here at the Action Building here tonight. So you can get your tickets, make your way here. It's going to be a crazy night. And listen, if you've been following SHW, you know this is not hyperbole when we say this.
Right.
Every show has been absolutely insane. Like, we literally leave with a headache because we're like, how in the world did that happen? So tonight is probably going to be another one of those nights.
We always, not only a headache, but a headache in a good way.
Yeah.
But also usually a hoarse voice.
That part.
Usually I wake up Saturday morning whispering like, I don't have any voice left.
Yeah.
After what all the craziness that went down the night before. So
absolutely.
You're going to want to see it for yourself. We say it all the time. If you've never been to one of these shows, you were missing out. I mean, you've got to come see this live. And, of course, if you can't see it live, you can also catch all of our shows on IWTV.
That's right.
Where you can go to independentwrestling.tv, sign up, use the code SHW for the first 5 days free. And do that right now, as a matter of fact, if you want. And then that way, once you see this show live, you can go back when it gets posted and watch it again.
And, in fact, you can even go back and catch up and watch the previous RumbleJacks and our other shows that have been going on and get caught up with all things SHW.
And, you and I, we talked about this earlier. Over this past week, we were going back and watching the previous 3 RumbleJacks.
Yes.
And it is kind of crazy to go back and relive the crazy highlights and the crazy big moments, the surprises.
Yeah.
Just kind of in anticipation of tonight, because we know tonight's going to be a big night.
It's going to be a very, very big night.
It's going to be exciting. We talked about that tag team title match coming up. There's also a match coming up where one of our favorites, Bryce Cannon.
Diana Michelle's favorite wrestler.
She may join us here in a little bit. She's not here, so I better talk about this now before
she
gets here.
Yeah.
So Bryce Cannon, as you recall, if you didn't, you can go back and watch it on IWTV, like I said. But at the last show, he came out here and had an impromptu RumbleJack qualifier match.
Yeah.
Just an open challenge. Well, Jordan Kingsley answered that challenge and beat him in 3 seconds.
Sure did.
Okay. Now, because the only thing I can guess here is that Brooklyn, who is our booker now, knows that Bryce Cannon gets under Gary's skin.
Sure.
So she'll do whatever she can to drive Gary crazy.
Absolutely.
Because apparently Brooklyn has now given Bryce Cannon another opportunity to have an impromptu RumbleJack qualifier match here tonight before the actual RumbleJack.
Yeah.
And it's an open challenge, so we don't know who he's going to be facing.
Yeah.
But he does have another opportunity here tonight to be in this RumbleJack.
Well, I'll tell you what, these last few months have been filled with open challenges because so many people want to find their way here into SHW. And the open challenges have been answered by some very interesting people over the last few months. It's been wild. Last month, we saw the return of Ashton Starr.
We hadn't seen him all year.
We had not seen him all year. So it's going to get interesting again. And now you're talking about entry into the RumbleJack for whoever wins this match.
Yeah.
So, again, for somebody, they could come through the back door. I think back to when I think about the back door 2 years ago, how one whole Nibir Hansen literally came in through the back door into the RumbleJack, and tonight he's a tag team champion. So finding your way into SHW by any means necessary is the way to go, and somebody could do that tonight either at the expense of Bryce Cannon or the flip side, Bryce Cannon could really make a wave by finding his way into the RumbleJack tonight.
Oh, man. Diana would go crazy.
Diana would go crazy. Gary could go crazy.
Yeah.
And can you imagine if this thing works out where, I don't know, he wins this RumbleJack qualifier, becomes, say, the last man entered.
Wow.
And somehow Diana has to announce the new #1 contender. Oh my Lord.
Oh. I don't think she could. I don't know if she'd be able to do it.
I don't think she would.
I don't know if she could bring
I think
herself
she'd
to do
go
it.
in the ring and eliminate him herself.
She may end up like vomiting.
Yes.
Before she actually was able to do that.
There's a lot of things she could do
I don't know.
before that happens.
I don't know, but we'll see what happens here. It's going to be wild. But here's the other thing to think about. You know, we talked about this last week when we were doing our preview show.
Yeah.
You know, could it be somebody who lost one of the qualifier matches? Could they be trying to come in here for this open challenge?
Sure.
Could it be somebody we haven't even thought of? Could it
Yeah.
just be a complete outsider coming in here?
Well, here's what's interesting, what we've seen. We've talked about different people that have been handpicked by Brooklyn, different people who have answered the open challenge. And one of the things that we've seen for sure is
incoming.
We called it. We said this was going to happen, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we literally just talked her up. She's going to – oh, wait. Should we tell her what we just said?
I was going to say, luckily we got –
or we just got past it. We'll act like it didn't happen.
We were just wrapping up a certain match
Yes.
we were talking about.
So,
It has to be the Bryce Cannon match.
What did we tell you guys?
It has to be the Bryce.
What
I
did we-
just saw him backstage. He tried
Wow.
to sick his dog on me, and thank God his girlfriend was there because I was about to whoop that. Oh!
Well, there you go.
There it is.
There you go.
There it
It's going to be a
is.
fun night.
I'm going to lean in on you, GB,
No,
so we can make it in the
lean
frame
on
here.
me
There we go.
when you're not strong, huh?
There we go.
Which reminds me,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about this part. Tonight, there's not going to be a song for All-Star Special.
Is
That's
there not?
right.
Is there really not?
Well, there's not going to be one played from our production team.
However,
per Brooklyn's instructions. However,
Right.
on the SHW fan page over the last month, there have been a lot of fans discussing what they could perhaps sing a
And we're
cappella
not
style.
going to tell you. We're not going to tell you what they've discussed. So
sounds
you
like
gotta,
we're not going to take it anymore.
What you need to
that
do.
would be an awesome
That would be a good one,
Wouldn't
actually.
that?
Yeah. What you need to do is show up, find
Yeah.
out for yourself in person, and see what we're talking about. And you still have about 45 minutes until bell time.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and come on out if you're anywhere near the Action Building.
And just to let you guys know, it is a lot cooler in here than it was last month. So if you are trying not to come because it was hot,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
We're good.
Come
Yeah.
on down.
I'm only sweating because I almost beat up Bryce. So it's
Well,
fine.
fair enough.
he kinda
And
gets
she
you-
would have won.
He gets your
I
blood
mean,
boiling.
He
Yeah.
really does.
He does that to a lot of people.
Jeez,
He
that
has an
kid.
effect on a lot of people.
What is
He
this
does.
thing with his hair? I know you guys have already talked about
What's
it.
the Little Rascals? The one with the not
It's
Spanky.
alfalfa. But it
No,
goes
it's in
up
the back.
back.
You're right.
This
That's
is more
in the
like
back.
a Pee Wee
So this is the
Herman. I would
reverse-
rather be alfalfa than
That's
Pee Wee
right.
Herman.
That's
But
right.
Good point.
The reverse
Obviously.
alfalfa.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
anyways. It's a whole thing.
it's a whole.
I don't know. Did
thing.
nobody tell him before he left the house?
I
Like,
just told him, but he doesn't listen
doesn't
to me.
listen to
I'm
you.
trying to get through to the girlfriend. Taylor,
Oh, wow.
please do something. Cut it in his sleep or something. I don't know. Something. I don't know.
Well, there it is.
bless her heart, as we say in the
I
South.
know. Bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
I love her. She's so sweet. How she ended up with something like that.
You
I
kind of have to
not
do
know.
the head tilt and the head shake. Bless her heart.
She is a good-hearted woman.
Maybe she thinks she can
Good-hearted
save them,
woman.
perhaps. Like,
Mm,
I don't know.
she was a nurse.
Oh, well, there it is.
Well,
I love you, Taylor. I love you.
anyways, well, we were discussing like who could be his opponent. Like we don't know. Could it be somebody that lost a qualifier match before? Could it be an outsider completely? Could it be somebody we aren't
Whoever it
expecting?
is, I'm on their side.
I think a lot of people will be on their side.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, other than perhaps Brooklyn.
I do want to see that fit pitched again. That was
Oh, yeah, when he got,
pretty-
yeah.
That was pretty amazing.
So I do wonder something, though.
Yeah.
If he loses this one again, like, is he done?
That's
In
up to
SHW?
Brooklyn. I mean,
I mean-
Oh, I don't know if
Brooklyn,
he's done SHW. He's definitely not in the. Shouldn't
Certainly
be
not in the
RumbleJack.
RumbleJack.
we have
I
no
mean-
idea. We have
Yeah.
no idea.
Wow.
Brooklyn can throw him back. She might be
Well,
petting him like a puppy. I don't
That's
know.
true, too.
So she could throw him back in there. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Ooh, man, I'm telling you. Sorry, DJ Tonic.
I
I can hear
know.
it in
He
the
is
distance.
rocking this house.
DJ Tonic. We got DJ Turn Up as well.
Holy
Yeah.
And
gosh.
they're both
That's
of
why you
those
guys have to be here. I mean, it's a literal party
Yeah.
happening here right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so those are the couple big matches that we were talking about. We've also got, of course, our big 4th annual RumbleJack match where we're going to have at least 30 competitors.
Look,
in this
everybody
ring.
and their brother's coming, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we saw a bunch of them that were previously announced on social media.
Yes.
But there are still quite a few that we have not
that we don't even
heard
know.
about.
Right.
And we don't know.
We don't even know yet.
You know, a couple of the surprises. Immortal Tattoos was bringing in a surprise.
Their
Very.
surprise last year was very
Yes.
interesting.
That's right.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Diamond Sheik is coming. We know he's bringing in his mystery client,
Yeah.
whoever that could be.
And they're supposed to be like a movie star or something? Is that what they said last?
Yeah.
That's what Diamond Sheik
And
said.
he also, I keep sticking to that flawless. He kept saying
yeah.
flawless.
He did.
Who could that be?
I don't know, but he said Diamond Sheik said this was an international movie star.
Yeah.
He did.
I don't know.
I
mean,
know.
your guess is as good as mine. But it's going to be exciting. Whoever it is, I cannot wait.
And then Gary Lamb apparently has a pick.
He said he's got somebody up his sleeve.
Now, history has not always favored his picks.
We're not gonna
I wasn't even
So-
going to bring it up.
pick
I made
You
the
brought it
mistake
up.
of going back and watching the previous RumbleJack, just preparing myself, and then I was reminded, like, But,
probably
you
not a
know.
good idea.
But
Anyways.
it's a new year, it's a new time,
Yeah.
and his back is against the wall. So
Yes.
I'm thinking he's going to not necessarily pick a comedic pick,
Yeah.
but someone who he
Serious.
actually thinks could become the #1 contender and return the balance of power to him. So I think he's going to really.
I mean, we already know his pick is Gunner for that, right?
Well, and Gunner is
We know that.
#1, which
But
is
Gunner is-
not good for Gunner.
But he's also definitely outnumbered because think about
Exactly.
there's 4 members of Contra in this match.
That's
Yes.
right.
4 members of Contra.
Yes.
You got Carly Bravo, you've got
Yes.
Joe Black, you've got Sunny Days, and you got Sal Renaro.
Yeah.
All in this match trying to protect the title.
And again,
and
we
that's
don't.
what messes me up is that there's 4 members of Contra trying to protect Cruel, but what happens if they're one of the last?
See, here's where I think it gets interesting because the idea, and we had this same situation with the New Era a couple years ago, and then who else? I feel like that happened another time too. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, Lethal Poison. I think we're
Yeah.
trying to
Yes.
protect the title. The thing is, if one of those members wins it, will something click in their head and go,
Right.
wait a second, now I have a title shot?
Right.
Right.
And bring them back to
or
life.
are they that loyal that they'll just, they'll lay down when they have the title match? I don't know.
I mean,
question.
like I said before, Brooklyn has got to be promising these guys something
Yeah.
very serious and
Yeah.
that's going to put them on the map if they're not already there. So
Yeah.
it's got to be something that she's got them. I'm telling you, we talked about Maurice, having her accessory
Yeah.
at SummerSlam. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, Brooklyn's kind of got something going on the same way. She's got,
Well,
you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I think we've learned something for sure over these last few months with Brooklyn and Power, and that is she's liable to do anything.
Thank you, Power. That's the word. That's the word I was looking
Yes,
for.
it was the
That's
word you
the
were
word I
looking
was
for.
looking for.
She's
Power.
got power. I mean, let's think back to her very first night on the job when she became the booker. The first thing she did was influence the title match,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
caused Cruel, who wasn't even in the title
Wasn't
match,
even in the match.
to become the champion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we really could see almost anything here tonight, which is why you got to watch. I don't know how many people are going to be in the RumbleJack. She might have more people on the Contra payroll that we don't know
We
about.
have no idea.
She very well could, yeah.
Honestly.
All sorts of things could happen here
This
tonight.
whole
So
thing could just be a facade, but then
It could be.
again, it couldn't.
Yeah.
who knows?
You want to find out?
You
You,
get-
got to come on down.
You're going to want to see it in person.
Yes.
You still got about 40 minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, our buddy Trey, we shouted him out earlier. He was sitting in traffic. He just showed up.
He
Yes,
showed up.
Made it through the
Trey.
traffic.
And then he
Yes.
disappeared.
His
Where'd
whole
he go?
crew, well, he's
Well,
here
hey.
somewhere. I just waved at him.
Yeah.
But his crew's here, so they made it through the traffic. If you're still sitting in traffic, stick with it.
Yes.
You'll make it.
Yes.
We still got 40 minutes before bell time.
Yeah, plenty
So,
of time. Plenty of time.
We know some people. Maybe we can talk to people like, let's hold off until they get
Tell
here.
them Diana
Please
said you
do.
were, you were good. You
Diana,
can come on in.
Diana said
I mean,
just
you
wait
got to
it.
pay. Don't get me wrong. You need to pay for your
Right.
ticket, or Faye's not going to let you in the door. But
That part.
That's
you
true.
know, Diana
Yeah.
said, "Come on."
Man, I'm telling you, DJ Tonic and DJ Turn Up, man, they were playing the hits up in here.
They are.
They got this place rocking.
Yeah.
They do.
You got to be here early. That's the other thing, too, about, you want to be here by 8 o'clock, but you also
Yeah.
want to get here when doors open at 7 because it
It's an
turns into a
inside
party.
tailgate,
It
yeah.
is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smells like good food.
We got
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's-
food. I smelled Mexican earlier. I saw Gary with a hot dog earlier.
You're making me hungry.
Not something I want to see again.
Gonna have
but
to eat something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just made me flashback to Danny Jordan's burn book.
Yeah.
'Cause Danny Jordan-
made out with a hot dog.
Oh, wow.
Well, he was pretty much showing some love to that one, so I'm just gonna
Wow.
say. So either way, we got food, we got music, we got entertainment, we
getting
got us. I
crazy.
mean, what
Yes.
other live podcast do you have?
Absolutely.
That's gonna be that we come hang out with us. We would love to have you.
So let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
Now that we know the RumbleJack is coming, we've got surprises.
Yeah.
Who's your pick to win the RumbleJack?
This is tough.
Yazzie.
Part of me, I'm leaning Owen Knight. I'm leaning towards Owen Knight.
I would love that.
The deck is stacked against him for sure, as it is for Gunner. Because, as you recall, they were named entrance number 1 and 2.
Right.
Gunner 1, Owen 2 at the end of last show.
Yes.
Which, and you brought this up on the podcast in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That tells us that that Brooklyn views Gunner and Owen as the biggest threats.
Absolutely.
Yes,
By putting them at 1 and 2.
That's right.
I would.
But
that's a smart move.
You know,
on her
Owen's
part.
been early in the match before.
Yes.
And he's gone quite a long way. So
Yes, he is the Iron Man of the RumbleJack. So this will be interesting.
I'm rooting for him, but it's so tough to pick, though. I mean, again, we only know about, 16 or so entrants
we don't
that
know
are
them all.
official.
Right.
Which that's another, 14, 15 maybe that
But
are
we do know that Jimmy Wang Yang is here,
We
and
do know that.
Yazzie, and I want to know if Jimmy's going to get revenge on his daughter.
That's true.
I mean,
If you recall last year, that's a good point. So we talked about going back and watching last year's show.
Yeah.
First of all, we were surprised that Jimmy was even here.
Right.
Then we were even more surprised that Jazzy showed up.
Right.
They worked together briefly.
yes.
And then out of the blue,
Crazy.
Jazzy just eliminated her dad.
Yeah.
And shocked everybody.
It's
Sure did.
amazing.
So will he get a little measure
I mean,
of revenge?
I would expect it, but,
Yeah.
Daddy's little girl, so.
We'll
Okay.
see.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Interesting.
Picks? What do you
Give a
think?
pick.
My pick, I was going to pick Yazzie.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
You said Jazzy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. I like it.
That'd be another first.
Yes.
That'd be another
Why not?
first.
Yeah. GB, what about you?
So my pick, I'm going to go along the lines of last year, and I'm just going to go with a surprise entrant. Because last year was the first year that a surprise entrant won the RumbleJack. And so timing is everything in this moment, and so I don't know who the surprises are, but I think the surprises, if timed right, could completely alter the entire trajectory of this whole thing.
Totally
So I think tonight we'll see a surprise come out on top. Now, that could be almost anybody.
Yes.
That's
But,
what's so crazy about this match.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
I mean, we've seen Hall of Famers show up for the RumbleJack.
Yes.
We've seen legends. We've seen icons. We've seen all kinds of folks show up. So
It's going to be wild.
We've had dance contests in the middle. We've had, it's just been highly unpredictable. Matter of fact, a couple of years ago, before the national Forbidden Door was open, the regional Forbidden Door was open, and it got wild in here.
Let's just say
It got
that
really wild.
At SHW, over the years, we have had particular matches or particular angles or factions or whatever you want to call it, that all of a sudden we start seeing something similar on one of these national shows, one of these national
We had a
promotions.
savior who was a champion, and suddenly somebody became a messiah.
So I'm just saying.
Look, even outfits.
Right.
Now, I'm going to say this. Brooklyn came out with that long, lacy train of a amazing outfit.
Yeah.
And then, what do you know? Here comes Becky Lynch.
Interesting.
I mean,
Coincidence?
You're right.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, you brought it up, though. A couple years ago, we had the Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Where we had people from the other Georgia promotions showing up unexpectedly, entering into the RumbleJack.
That we never thought we would see.
And then, all of a sudden, all this Forbidden Door talk starts happening all over the wrestling world.
Got to start somewhere.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
all the more reason you need to be here. We are the front runners.
Okay.
You see it here, then you'll see it nationally.
Exactly.
So make your way here to SHW for this RumbleJack. You got about 36 minutes to get here. It's going to be a nutty show, a crazy show, an unpredictable show.
If there's ever been a show full of surprises, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that's talked about all year long.
Yeah.
Come out, be a part of it. We need your voices. And I'm not going to even say why, but we need your voices.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go.
And here's the thing, too. You just want to be here after what happened last month. And I can't emphasize this enough. I already said it earlier. But the way the last show ended, we thought the show before was crazy.
Right.
When Contra showed up. And then at the end of the last month, when more members of Contra showed up, or people joined Contra.
Literally flip-flopped in the middle of the night.
Right.
And so tonight's already unpredictable. But add on top of that, this infiltration of this faction of Contra coming into SHW. I know, I'm feeling this music too.
I love the
song. I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying, but DJ Tonic's up there on the
really hard.
He's on the ones and twos, and it's just Anyways, I want to dance while I'm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
We need
guys?
to figure that out.
Anyways, guys, it's just going to be a wild night. It's going to be a wild night. You got to get
I love
here.
these guys. They're
I know,
incredible.
It's so much fun.
You got to get out here for yourself. 261 Marietta Road, Canton, Georgia. If you're anywhere near the venue, if you're just at home, you're sitting on your couch, it's Friday night, you're like, hey, I'm
It's going to be a long show, even
Yeah.
if you're farther than 36 minutes
Yeah.
away. Just
Yeah.
get in the car and come on.
Come on. You'll make it by the time the RumbleJack starts.
Yeah, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm a
We'll
little
fill
bored.
you in with the rest.
What
Come
should I
on.
do tonight? Come on to the action
Come
building.
hang out
Yeah.
with us.
I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. The crowd is filtering in. We got a great crowd already.
Yeah.
We do.
And everybody, you can just feel it in the air. You feel the buzz, you know.
It feels like a big night
It
because
does.
it's going to be a big night.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
always hear about big fight feel. This is
Yes.
big night feel.
Big night.
Absolutely.
Big night
Absolutely
feel.
it is. So, guys, oh, man, I'm telling you. DJ
It's just
Tonic's
happening.
killing
It's
it.
just happening.
All right, we got to
Where's
wrap
he
this
here?
thing up. We got to wrap this thing up. But, hey, I hope to see you guys here.
Yeah.
If you can't make it, again, check us out on IWTV.
Yeah.
Any final words, parting words for the crowd before we start the show
I
here?
mean, if you're not here on a Friday night, where are you? Come on.
Yeah.
That's my last plea. Let's go. Let's go.
Listen, the world's going to be talking about what happens here tonight. So don't be one of those people who sits back and goes, I wish I was there. I was that guy in May of 2019 when Kenny Omega, and now I had a good reason, but I was still that guy who I was just like, oh.
What were you, having a kid or something?
I mean, like a baby. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I mean,
It's a major thing. But
You know.
Kenny Omega was
but
here.
I'm just saying, and it never happened again, right? So I don't know what's going to happen here tonight, but I do know that if you're that guy, you'll regret it for the next 3 years.
There you
So
go.
be here tonight for SHW 42. We call it RumbleJack. It's going to be special.
It's going to be awesome. And until we see you here, this has been
SHW.
This is our wrestling.
Yale.
You know what you have to do to end all of this. Do what you know has to be done, and it's all over.
Happy Madness is here with All-Star Special. Oh, no, wait a second.
What?
I told you, I always get what I want. Owen, you can be in the RumbleJack as number 2, and Connor Miller can be number 1.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. Tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight.
It's time for professional wrestling to do something for Chip Day. Starting in the RumbleJack, when I go on and I throw every single loser in that locker room over the top rope, just like this one.
Wait a second. Oh, look at Naja.
I'm going to the RumbleJack. You're looking at your next Southern Honor champion.
The Frat Daddy is entering himself in the RumbleJack by issuing a challenge to any chaotic idiot in the back.
Jordan Kingsley just beat Bryce Cannon in 3 seconds.